So we're off and running at the Bannister Prentice Stadium. Will it be a good Friday for Chris Boulder, Paul Robson and their boys? Of course, Ferriby mathematically could still make the playoffs. Obviously, they would be reliant on teams around them failing, and Ferriby obviously getting a win here today. But while there's still an opportunity, and you can bet your bottom dollar that they will be trying to do their level best. Rather windy and blustery here in West Yorkshire, so Ben Bottomley just respots his kick. Going to knock it long to launch Ferriby's first attack. There he goes. Finds Flett, who flicks it on. Garforth deal with it. Headed back from Tilsley into Flett. Flett just loses out. Garforth break, but the ball comes to Walters. He's shaping up for a shot. Oh my goodness me! That wasn't far away, and that would have been a crackerjack start from Jack Walters. So throw into Ferriby, taken short. Played back into the heart of defence. And cleared away by Bottomley, out to the right-hand side. Garforth launch an attack. They're going to play it into the channel. Looking for Jeffries. They find Jeffries. He's on his own. And Jeffries has scored. Well, he's run. Unfortunately not tracked by the Ferriby defence. And Freddie Jeffries opens the scoring for Garforth. Let's see it once again. Left on his own, one-on-one, and slid underneath Ben Bottomley into the bottom corner. It's not the start that Ferriby wanted. Garforth Town 1, North Ferriby 0. So, Flett into Kirk, to Johnson, back to Kirk once again. Kirk forced back, but Bottomley restarts proceedings once again. Ferriby just patient in their build-up, playing it forward. Looking once again to challenge this defence, and run at the defence by Dennis, and he's bundled to the ground. Looks like he's taken a knock for his efforts as well. But Ferriby not staying on the back foot. They're looking to try and get back in this game as soon as they possibly can. And you can see the Ferriby fans massed behind the net. They've travelled in a good number. And as you can see, flags flying. Always lovely to see those flags. And they have a real talking point. You'd be amazed how many people have taken photos of them, and every now and again you'll see them pop up on ground swappers sites and what have you. Lots of invention, and I know that there are many people planning new ones for the brand new season. Wait and see what will be happening at a ground near you soon. So a number of players stood over that. Dennison, we know, can hit a dead ball. Alex Flett's in there as well. And so is Jack Walters. All the big men up from the front. So Ainsley has a go. He's come up from the back, but unfortunately into the advertising hoardings wide of the net. And a goal kick to Garforth. So Ferriby come ahead once again. Played into the box. And out for a corner. Ferriby ended the half again on the front foot. Ball swung across. That's the defence. It's going to drop to the edge of the box. Nice little turn and shot. And Ainsley. It's a half-decent effort, that by Sam Ainsley. And not far away again. But still, Ferriby can't find that equaliser. Johnson. There's that to Ainsley Johnson once again. I beg your pardon. It's not. It's Luke Hogg. My apologies. Played forward. Ferriby give away the free kick. Our Garforth going to take a quick one. Ferriby just trying to slow it down. Possibly just on the edge of his area, just observing what's going on. That's a hell of a free kick. Is it going to carry? My goodness me. Well, that would have been spectacular. But Ben Bottomley, on his toes, and thank goodness he was, has to tip that one over the bar. And from a free kick in their own half, Garforth have got a corner. Well, just when you think you've seen everything in football, Garforth say, I'll hold my beer. Just wait until you see this. Corner comes through. It's a long one, comes to nothing, and a goal kick to Ferriby. Not long once again by Bottomley into this Garforth half. And there's another one. That's a good save by the Garforth goalkeeper. This time it was Alex Flett on the half volley. Another good chance for Ferriby, knocking on the door once again. And you can bet at half time that Garforth will be saying, well, this isn't over by any means. Wind and rain swirling around as we're in the second half. Here in West Yorkshire, Ferriby break once again from the back. Here comes Cisse. Cisse plays it into Keita. Keita out onto the right-hand side. Ferriby keep it rolling. Ball played into Keita. Fortunately, first touch a little bit heavy. There goes Flett. Another great shot, another good save. Well, Ferriby not afraid to shoot on the side today, and Alex Flett and Jack Walters have had the best of the chances. Of course, that half volley as well from Sam Ainsley in the first half. Gets a corner. Can Ferriby get back into this? Corner comes across. Cleared away by the Garforth defence to the edge of the area. Ball played in. And a turn and a shot. And a goal from Lewis Dennison. Garforth's defence stopped. They thought he was offside. But look at this. It's a lovely piece of skill. Turned back into the box by Ainsley. Little flick on. Dennison chests it down and just turns it past the keeper and in. Daylight for Ferriby. It's 1-1. So is the game going to peter out? And now Garforth's going to park the bus, or are Ferriby going to go looking for a possible winner? There they come once again. It's cut out this time by the Garforth defence, but here come Ferriby once again. They definitely smell blood. Cut out once again by very resolute defence from Garforth. Play forward. Ball comes into the box. Oh, misses everybody. Just needed a foot on the end of that to steer it goalwards. But you can say that's a chance to go in begging for Ferriby. And it could have easily been turned home. Into the final few moments here in West Yorkshire. Good tackle by Luke Hogg. Looks one way then the other. Plays it to Keita. Keita into Flett. He's tackled. And ball breaks. But the Garforth man well offside. And Bottomley in an advanced position, ready to take the free kick, ready to knock it long into the area. and exert more pressure on Garforth's defence. It's been all Ferriby since that equaliser. You really give the ball a kick this afternoon and really try to go for it. The ball drifted, unfortunately, the wind takes it straight into the hands of the Garforth goalkeeper. And you think that's going to be the last action in this game of two teams that have tried to push for those playoff places. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be this year for Ferriby, but they've given it a very good go today. And that's a half-decent performance by Chris Boulder and his boys. Full-time at the Bannister Prentice Stadium, it's Garforth 1, North Ferriby 1. Chris, a battling performance and a well-earned point.
Yeah, I think, when you look at that, the lads have given everything today. And, they played like the game meant everything to them. We knew that we had to go into today's game, ideally with a win, to stand any chance. We knew it was mathematically possible still, but it was a long shot. But the lads approached the game in a fantastic manner. I thought we controlled the game for the vast majority of parts of the game in all aspects of play. We had some great opportunities in that first half, but conceded a sloppy goal on our part, and it's one that's hurt us. We didn't quite deal with the situation on a couple of occasions, and they've punished us. And then for us to carry on second half, keep plugging away, it looked like we was going to kind of find a way to get a winner.
And also on top of that, great performance from my man of the match today. I thought Jack Walters was excellent, and 2 shots from Jack and another one from Alex Clark, which on another day, if they'd have gone in, you'd have had late contenders for goals of the season, because they were absolute fizzes.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of standout performances today with the players. You've got players playing through torrid illness, you've got players playing through immense pain barrier today. We was patched up a little bit, and hats off to the skipper, who once again has soldiered on with a really poor shoulder injury. Like you said, I think today's pleasing thing, we've had more shots today than we probably have in the previous 4 games put together, which is something that we need to do, something that we've got to work on, putting balls in the box, asking questions of their defence, and working the goalkeeper, and we've done all them things today. And
a quick turnaround, of course, Monday, Cleethorpes at home. Of course, Cleethorpes now champions. Are you expecting them to continue in the way they go to try and see if they can get maximum points out of the season, or are you looking for to Ferriby to finish strong?
Well, we have to go in with a lot of optimism after today's performance. You can spin it around and say it's disappointing that the lads have put in that kind of display today, when perhaps on other games this season we haven't kind of shown that bare minimum. But we go into Monday full of optimism, against the champions, and rightly so. They've had a fantastic season. We'd be expecting them to come up other than trying to get the 3 points, and we've got to see what bodies we've got available, because like I said, we've got a few injured bodies and ill bodies there that we'll have to have a look and see if we can pick a 16 that goes and gets the result. And also on top of that, you want to finish as strong as possible, because it gives you a building block for next season. Well, of course it does, yeah. We don't want the season to peter out and go out on a whimper. We've had a strong season. Slightly disappointed in recent performances and results, but it's important that we do approach the next 2 games and look for maximum points.
Bank holiday Monday here at the Dransfield, and a half-decent crowd in. Definitely swelled by the travelling support that have come over the bridge in good number. And hearing their voices heard. And it's a championship with a first chance, and a good save as well by Ben Bosomley. Second chance grabbed on by the Ferriby goalkeeper. And the champions setting their stall out early doors. And here come Cleethorpes again. Shaping up for a cross into the box. Cleared away by the Ferriby defence. Shot comes in, and that's not far away. Could be considered to the closest yet. So, free kick. Floated into the heart of the Ferriby defence. Push there. And a free kick. Johnson just goes short. Is Bottomley going to deliver that, or is he going to deliver long? Let's wait and see, shall we? He delivers long. Ball lost and ball delivered in, and Cleethorpes streak away once again at another fine block from Ben Bottomley. Fancied as one of the players of the season for Ferriby. It's going to be interesting to see whether he's in the voting at the end of season awards. Ball breaks out of defence. Played out wide. Here comes Ainsley. Ainsley into the box. Blocked first time. Ainsley once again. Going to come into Dennison. Oh, dearie me. Just wanted a cool head from Lewis Dennison there. Unfortunately, it's halfway to Hessel foreshore, but that's the closest Ferriby have come. And Lewis Dennison's going to be kicking himself that he didn't put that one away. Still 0-0 here at the Dransfield as we head towards half-time. So second half, and Ferriby have a throw-in. Far side of the ground, grey clouds gathering and a bit of rain in the air, but it will give the pitch a bit of sip. Ball comes into the box. It's going to break to Desson. Good save. Good block of the Cleethorpes goalkeeper. But Ferriby just turning up the pressure. They're looking for a goal. Actually, you can tell why Ferriby have been around the playoffs for this season, matching the champions, but needing that all-important goal. Corner comes in, it's taken short. Cleared and just put past the post. But Ferriby giving the ball a good kick. Cisse going to come to Keita. Knocks it out wide. Kaz comes in. And it's cements on the box. Going to break to Kirk. Blocked by Louis Kirk. Still looking for a goal. Not scored in 2 seasons as Louis Kirk. And you can imagine the roof would lift off if he scored a goal today. Ferriby builds once again from the back. Dennison just holds his man off. And Keita goes in. Bundled off the ball. Free kick to the Villagers. Just short of the edge of the box. And even though the rain's pouring down, and even though it's not raining goals, Ferriby are playing well here. A crisp and competitive tie, but needs a goal. Can they find it now? Number stood over the free kick. So are they going to go direct, or is it going to be a set piece? Looking like it's going to go direct here. Let's see where this one goes. In goes direct from Dennison, just over the bar. Well, we've seen Dennison score from set pieces before, but that one just over the bar. But Ferriby knocking on the door still. Dennison breaks again. Had a decent game as the big man. Play that right. Ball's going to be whipped into the box. And there goes Keita. Trying the spectacular. Unfortunately, doesn't connect in any way. He would have been offside. But a touch of the Maracana here at the Dransfield. Maybe, maybe not. Blocked by corner. It's going to drape to Alassane Keita. Keita's going to have a run at the defence. Goes outside and inside. Loses that ball. Played into the box. Cleared away once again. Tilsey drops it in. And here come Bridlington clearing the defence. Good tackle once again. Sets Ferriby off once again, looking for the cross into the box. Cleared out the defence. I think that's just about going to be it. It is. Well, Ferriby playing for pride, but I tell you something, they've given Cleethorpes a good game this afternoon. And you can bet your bottom dollar it gets food for thought, but puts a smile on the face of Chris Boulder and Paul Robson. Full time at the Dransfield. Ferriby 0, Cleethorpes 0. A 0-0 draw against the league champions. Not another day. It could have been quite easily been a win. I think in a lot of areas, I think we've matched them in all areas across the pitch, to be honest with you.
We have. I mean, listen, they've come down here and played some good football, which I expect. They've got a hell of a squad. And for the most part, when we play against teams who get the ball down and play between the lines, we usually do show up and do well. And for the most part today, I think every single player in our squad put in a good shift. We caused them problems at times. Obviously, listen, they've had a few nice chances as well where they can punish us, but Bots has come up very big for us. But we've had some big opportunities to definitely hit the net at times. But I think for the most part, both teams had a lot of good play. They should. Listen, they've come here today. Massive congratulations to them, by the way, because I think for the whole season, them and Dunstan have been the strong outfits for the performances that we've seen against us. But they've come today. They haven't been quite at it, but I think they've shown why they are up there. They've done a solid job. Great chats, nice solid play, good clearances when needed, and just for the most part, good leg work as well.
It's like frustrated that you would better say if it hadn't been for what's happened earlier in the season that you couldn't have been up there and matching them.
Well, that's kind of the chats in the change room we're having. Every time we come up against these like higher teams, we kind of put a shift in as a team, and myself and Bold, we're not having to worry about lads like mindsets and leg work and vigour to like get on the ball. But there's been too many games this season where we've come possibly against teams who may not play as much football and they might just put it into areas and then work hard, and that's when we've kind of come unstuck at times. So we've got to learn from it. We've got to learn from it, and we want to make sure that next season we can get that balance right between playing football, but also when needed, rolling up your sleeves and putting a hell of a shift in.
But picking out the positives from it, I mean, to be even in with a chance of still making the playoffs with 2 games left. I mean, a win today would have put pressure on Emily, who have lost today. The lads were still within a chance, and I mean, you can't knock that. And I think if you'd said that at the start of the season, you'd have definitely grabbed it with both hands, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was always the aim. But I just think it's been one of them seasons where we look at performance-wise that we've been up and down throughout the whole season like a yo-yo. To be fair, we've been up and down, and just finding that balance. Even when we went on that run where we got some good performances together and some good results, stringing back to back, we just still weren't quite at it. And listen, there's injuries, there's illnesses, there's suspensions that have cost us, like any other team though, so that's no excuse. But for the most part, we've done very well to be up there, because we've had to change a lot of positionings and individuals throughout this kind of last 3 months. But I think for the most part, results haven't gone for today, but I think performance-wise, did we do enough to make the playoffs? Possibly not.
Another positive that we broke the hex up in the northeast. I mean, next week we're off to Heaton. Heaton are safe. Obviously, we're playing for pride. But I think it's an opportunity to go out and enjoy it, and about to say, allow lads to express themselves next week.
It is, and I think the last few games once we get on the ball, that's how me and Balls want to play. We want to build through the lines and back ourselves in possession. And I think when we do it right, when we bring the intensity and that desire to it, then we can then go about our business really well. It's going to be tough at Heaton. It's a tough place to go, but we've just got to finish the season well. Listen, we wanted to get a win today, didn't happen, but we'll dust ourselves down and we'll just come back at it with real intensity on Saturday.
And another great support. I'm sure they'll be following you up the A1 next week and having a bit of a party as well.
Yeah, brilliant sport. The sports have been outstanding all season. Where the lads know that, we know that. They've been outstanding for us. And like I said, when the lads go out there with that intensity that we had today, even though there's going to be mistakes, as long as that intensity and that work rate's there, then that's all you can ask for. Results, if you win, you lose or draw, you're going to be happy with the lads. And that's what the crowd have been like all season. As long as they're putting in that shift, and that's the main thing. But like I said today, there's been some big performances from some lads. John outright back was outstanding. I thought Denny led the line really well. Hoggy and Kirky in the centre midfield, nice and solid, got on the ball as much as they could, broke the lines ever so well. So lots of good things today.